Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dion back with a daily lineup for today, June 30th. I know it's been about maybe 3 days, I think, since I last posted a video, but I usually don't make videos around on the weekends. I tend to stay away from those because those long slates be killing me, man. Too many, most of the time, too many games to research, or I'm just running like an early lineup, and I don't research the whole slate, so. Um, well, I'm back now, man. I should be posting daily back again. So yeah, let's just jump right into this, man. At pitcher, this is definitely a GPP line. At pitcher, I like Danny Salazar, man. This dude has huge K upside, man. He's fallen off his last 2 or 3 games, but two of those three opponents were Detroit and who were on fire at that time. But I mean, hey, I think he can bounce back here, man. Anybody who has more Ks than innings pitched or hits, those are somebody I like, man. That just tells you that the upside is there, man. He could bounce back. The Rays offense doesn't really scare me at all. They haven't been putting up huge numbers. Um, I think Cleveland, they should definitely provide him some run support against Erasmo. Um, Erasmo's not that bad himself, but I still think Cleveland don't really strike out so much. So they always have potential to do real good, man. Get you 3 to 4 points, man. Hopefully that's good enough for Salazar. I think he gets maybe 7 to 8 Ks today. Doesn't give up more than 1 or 2 runs. I think goes 7 to 8 innings pitched. And I think Salazar is a great play today at 8,900. A lot of the pitchers I like Shelby Miller as well, but I don't like the K upside. Those He'll be a cash game play. Cole Hamels, he's pretty good, but the Brewers have been lighting him up. Q Keuchel, this price is overrated for him, man. I don't know how he's this good. He hasn't really excelled against any good hitting teams. 8 points against Seattle. Like, look at his game log. There hasn't been no consistent numbers. He had a 25 and 24 point game. Now all of a sudden his price is through the roof. So not really taking that too much into account. But yeah, man. Let's go on, man. Yasmani Grandal. I like him today. My only problem with him is that he usually bats like 7 now ever since Puig came back. So I mean, he might if the Dodgers end up blowing up in my face, he might only have 4 at bats. So, but I don't think that's happening today. And they get Ruby De La Rosa, who's giving up a 414 WOBA, 603 slugging percentage, 310 batting average on balls in play versus lefties, man. And at home, it's a great hitter's park. So I definitely think Grandal has a great game, and he had Grandal numbers to throw them at you: 390 WOBA, 245 ISO, and 11 home runs versus righties. So uh, he's definitely coming off a home run game yesterday. This could lead to something good, man. They're in a great ballpark. I think the over under for this is like 8.5 or something, if I'm not mistaken. So let's move on. Brandon Belt, he's just solid, man. The batting average is just under 300, man. He's getting a solid matchup in Matt Latos, who's been struggling all season versus lefties, man. And his numbers is not too big of a sample size, but he's 5 for 12 with 2 extra base hits versus Latos. So um, I definitely like Brandon Belt and Latos numbers. Just throw them at you, or Latos, excuse me. 308 batting average, 496 slugging versus lefties. So San Fran, he has shut down San Fran in the past, so I don't really want to go too far with his stat, but I still think some San Fran bats might do pretty good against him, seeing as he's been struggling lately. But I like Brandon Belt the most, so gonna play him at 3K. Definitely has some power, man. Definitely think Brandon Belt ISO is above 200. Anybody ISO above 200 means they have some power, so like him a lot against Latos. Then next we're going on to Jimmy Paredes. Right now he's batting 330, the 332 batting average, 9 home runs, 214 ISO versus righties, and he's getting a good matchup in Kobe Lewis, who's been struggling as of late. He hasn't put up. He's a below average right-handed pitcher, man. Let's just go to him real quick. Look at his game log. Show you how unimpressive he's been. He's given up almost as many hits as in his pitch, so tells you a lot. What's that? Look at these. They have two solid games. Well, Twins suck against right-handed pitchers, and White Sox just been cold. But I mean, he doesn't have the K upside to me, man. I definitely think Paredes goes yard, and the Baltimore at home, they're explosive offense at home at times. So I think Paredes has a good game, man. Hopefully he gets more than just a home run, if he gets on base, somebody could get him get an RBI and get him in. So I like him there. Now Josh Donaldson, the lefty killer, man. When I tell you this number, you're gonna think it's fake. He has a 396 batting average versus lefties. The ISO's 321, 4 home runs, and he's playing with the high-powered Toronto offense. So that upside is through the roof, man. He gets Eduardo Rodriguez again. Toronto just came off a game where they killed him. Let's go look at his numbers against them last time. He only went 4.5, 1K, 8 hits, 3 walks. That's 11 men on base. That is 11 men on base or hitting a home run, man. And this was at home, so. And the Rogers Center for Toronto, he should have a great game. Negative 3.34, man. Toronto is almost stackable against that guy in the GPP. So I like Donaldson, man. Carlos Correa, let's move on to him. 310 batting average, 3 home runs. The 310 ISO versus lefties. And he gets a good matchup in Danny Duffy, who's a fastball pitcher. Danny Duffy relies on his fastball to get strikeouts, man. And Carlos Correa is absolutely massive fastballs this year. Definitely like him at home. 4,100 is kind of pricey, but the way he's been hitting in his few games that he's played so far this season, only 21, man. He's basically a rookie. He just got brought up from the minors this year, and this dude's been killing it. So definitely like Carlos Correa, man. Should have a great game. The only thing that worried me, if he doesn't go off earlier in the innings, it might be a bad play because Kansas City bullpen is so good. So that's the only thing that scares me for him. And then we get George Springer, man. I think these guys jump on Danny Duffy early. That's the main reason why I played Springer with Correa. So it's almost like I had to get some exposure to these guys. Springer right now, 397 WOBA, 237 ISO versus lefties, man. That's all you need to know. He's also hitting lefties pretty well. Definitely think that's a solid play. We can move on from there. Billy Hamilton, this dude, look at what he did yesterday. 4 stolen bases, 2 walks, 3 runs, 2 hits. If this dude gets on base, he is likely to steal a base, man. So just knowing that all he has to do is get on base, and that's like maybe 3 Fanduel points right there. He gets a single, steals a base, he's good. And then if they just happen to get some runs in, he scores behind that. That's 4 points. So just knowing that one single could lead to 4 points, man, and he's only at 3K, and he gets Phil Hughes, low K. He doesn't have much of any any K stuff. So definitely think he does good against this guy, man. Phil Hughes has been having some solid games, but a lot of people probably stay away from this, looking at his recent game log. But those numbers don't tell the truth. The Cubs have been struggling, and then he gets the White Sox, who's been struggling as well, man. And those both were home games, and now he has to play in Cincinnati. So we'll see how he fares on the road, but I definitely think Billy Hamilton is a good play. Then last but not least, I got my punt with Andre Ethier coming off a home run game. For the same reason I like Grandal, the same reason I like Ethier. They're both lefties. They get Ruby De La Rosa, and who's been giving up home runs at home, 9 to be exact. I think nothing changed today with the way the Dodgers put up numbers yesterday, man. I think these dudes go yard again. Hopefully they do. And even if they don't, I still think it's a safe floor because they just absolutely do good against righties. And De La Rosa is a below average pitcher. And this is a lineup I like, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. I'm trying to be more consistent with the videos. I might actually switch things up too. Oh yeah, and I got another lineup where it's all value. I'm gonna show you that. I got 2 lineups just to give you a pre. But this was the lineup I like the most. Well, I think has the most upside, you could say. And then I have this lineup with freaking Chris Sale. Just had to get him in. I'm not big on selling cash games because I think Lance Lynn might have an actual good game, and the White Sox have been struggling to put up runs. So I definitely want those at 11,300. I don't want just 10 Ks, man. I need those. I need the extra 4 points with the win. So hopefully they give him some run support. Like Logan Morrison, he has a good BVP versus Ian Kennedy. Ian Kennedy's kind of struggling against lefties. Not too horrible, but not too good. Alcides Escobar coming off the injury. Uh, they get Keiko, man, who has struggled against Kansas City Royals. We can look at this real quick. We got the BVP cold pitcher matchups where I've seen that at. Who's that? He's giving up a 308 batting average, 4 extra base hits, so 14 Ks. I mean, he's at home, so we never know how that's going to fare, but everything that's solid GPP play. Who else I switched up? Oh, yeah, and Chris Young, who's absolutely killing lefties, man. I had to throw him out there. He actually, if it wasn't for Trout yesterday, this dude would have actually probably had about maybe 8 points. He got robbed, what was it, 2 or 3 times by Trout in center field. Like, if Trout fielding wasn't so amazing, just the average out mid center fielder, dude would have had at least a triple, like maybe 2 triples, a double, some RBIs and everything. So definitely think Chris Young, man. I don't know if Lightning's gonna strike twice. So definitely think, and he gets another lefty today. Forgot the dude's name, but he's, I don't know. I'm just taking that chance on him, basically. Oh crap, where's he at? Can't find him. Oh yeah, Andrew Heaney. It's not bad, but still think the Yankees could get to him, and I think Chris Young might get to him. So with that being said, once again, let me know what you guys think. I'm out here. Follow me on Twitter. Peace.